Hi guys, in this video, we are going to talk about the major postdoctoral scholarships available in the world. But before I give you information about the postdoctoral scholarships, let's talk about what are the ways you can find the postdoctoral position. So usually, like the best way that I can think of is to apply for the advertisements. Like for example, if there is any post available, usually professors they put up on job websites, right? And for this, I have already made one separate video, so you can watch that video. I will put the link in the description. And I mean, I've also seen people sending emails to the professors, but usually sending cold emails to professors, it does not work. And the reason being because if anyone will have any position, they will usually advertise that position. So, the best way is to, I mean, writing an email is not a bad thing, but writing it properly is very important for this, right? So, one of the things that you should consider whilst writing the emails is that you should go to the person with like a proper plan. And one of the things that you can include in your emails is about the information about the postdoctoral scholarship that are available, right? So that is something which we are going to talk about. Generally the rule for applying for any of the positions like on the postdoctoral scholarships is that you need to have one host organization or like an institute that should be able to host you for your research, and you should also have a plan, right? Now let us talk about the scholarships that are available. So let's see what are the scholarships that are available in Europe, right? So the very famous one is the Marie Curie scholarship, right, which is applicable to like different countries. So, and then if you talk about Germany, we have this scholarship called Alexander von Humboldt scholarship. And then in Germany, we also have this very famous Dart scholarship, right? Rules for all the scholarships are almost the same, but like for example, like in Marie Curie, you cannot apply for Marie Curie position from the same institute where you're working, right? Or maybe you can apply for it, but uh, you need to be in that institute for less than 1 year. If you're there for more than 1 year, you cannot apply for it. So just look for the conditions that are there for these scholarships. So now let us look at one scholarship, very like famous scholarship in France, which is called Winning Normandy. This scholarship basically comes from Marie Curie, but you can only apply for the host institutions in Normandy region, right? There is a region called Normandy in France, so you can apply for institutes like host institutes in that region itself, right? Then when it comes to Switzerland, there is this Swiss government excellence scholarship. I will put a link in description explaining all the scholarships that are available in the world, but I'm just telling you some of the scholarships that are easily like that which are very famous and you can apply for them. And in the UK, you have this Newton scholarship, but there is this organization or like an institution called UKRI, and there are several scholarships that you can apply for that. And then Royal Academy scholarship is also there, but you have to check for EPSRC postdoctoral funding is there, but you have to check deadlines and times and everything, and you need to have like a host organization for that, right? Let us look at the US. And then in the US you have this National Institute of Health scholarship, you have this Fulbright scholarship. If you want to have any scholarship from Middle East, you have this Islamic Development Bank scholarship program. You also have the scholarship called Dan David Prize. If you want to go to China, you have a scholarship called China Scholarship Council. In India, you have this scholarship called JN Tata Endowment. You also have scholarship from TWAS CSIR. You also have Raman scholarship. So if you go to Australia, you have scholarship from Australian Research Council called Discovery Early Career Researcher Award. And then you also have scholarship from within the institute. For example, I know about Deakin University. They have this scholarship called Alfred Deakin University. But bear in mind one thing. These scholarship might not be applicable to all the fields. For example, some of the scholarship might be valid only for engineering people. Some of the scholarship might be only valid for the medical people. Some of the scholarship might be valid for science people like physics and everything. So before you apply for any of the scholarship, you have to think about the scope of the scholarship. Also look for all the requirements that are there in the scholarship. But if you have any questions, please feel free to comment. I will try to respond to your queries, and see you in the next video.